Hi, I'm Veronica, a somatic yoga teacher and a Thai massage therapist, and today I have for you a very playful rolling around sequence. Begin by lying down on your back, and as you roll down, you can already start making contact with the ground. You could have the hands on the knees and roll from side to side. Maybe even rolling all the way to one side, rolling onto your back and rolling all the way to the other side. You could add to that making a semicircle with your arm above the head. Make your body as loose as possible as you make these movements, awakening an inner child in you. Maybe even you want to spread the legs out in the air as you roll on your back before you roll onto the side again. Feel free to smile. Eventually land in a constructive rest with the knees bent and feet on the mat. And from there slowly straighten out one leg and the other, coming into the shape of a letter X with the arms outstretched. And then start sliding fingers along the collarbones, along the upper arm and lower arm, all the way to the palm. And when you do that, your arm will join your torso, your head will roll, your hip will start moving, but the foot will remain. And then you can make your way back the same way. So the movement starts with your fingers, and then the fingers pull with you the shoulder, the torso, the spine, the hip, and the leg. They're being led by the hand, by the fingers, and the rest simply follows as loose and relaxed as possible. It's a spiraling kind of motion. Let the head be heavy. You could do a similar movement if you start with the foot. It's the foot moving across the body, and then the foot pulls the leg, the hip, the torso, and you end up lying over on the front. You could make your way down the same way. So it's the foot moving across the midline of the body, the foot pulls the leg, the hip, the torso, and that's how you end up on your front. And then you could again begin with your foot, or you could start from your hand, as you wish. Make it as playful as you want. You can rest for a moment in the X shape. And you can also play with starting with the leg, but having the knee bent. And it would be the knee pulling you and making you roll over. That's how you end up in a supported pose, in a sphinx with your one knee out. If you want to come back, you move the arm across, and then the other arm reaches far, far out to the side, and it's going to be again the spiraling motion that leads you back to the X shape. So let's do it again. You can move the knee out to the side and then move that leg across. So the knee is leading, and that moves you into sort of twist. You first land on the side, and if you continue with that spiraling motion, that's going to take you onto your front. You could move to a sphinx, so support it on the forearms with one knee out. And then if you want to come back, the hand moves across, the other arm reaches out to the side, and it's the arm pulling the rest, the arm, the torso, the hip, the leg. That's how you end up in the X shape again. You can bend the knees and place the feet on the mat. And this time go for windshield wipers, letting the knees drop from side to side, allowing the head to move as well. And if you want to extend your windshield wipers, you could make the top leg the leading leg. So the leg which is on top is making a circle in the air, and then it pulls the other leg which follows. So the leading leg is the top leg, the rest simply is being carried away. And if you want to add anything else to that, like rolling to the side or making some semicircle with the arm over the head, you can play with it. You can really make it your own. There are no rules here. You could even stretch out one leg and notice where that takes you. Maybe make the whole side body long as you're lying on the side. And simply roll onto your back again. Plenty of options of rolling, extending the limbs or not, making yourself really long. And at the end, you could bring the knees to the chest, keep the hands on the knees, maybe rock and roll and massage yourself. And that could take you to lying on the side, and then if the top leg is active, it could start pulling you upwards to a vertical position, to a seated position, when one leg is internally rotated, one externally rotated. And then you could slide yourself down and roll to the other side the same way. Give the weight through the legs to come up, then slide the arm along the floor to return. So you're using the momentum, but also giving the weight down through the legs to be able to come up to a seated position from lying on the side. And if you prefer, you could try the version when you stretch out the leg which is leading you upwards. You could come into an X shape one more time. Feel that connection with the ground underneath you, the space around you, how your body feels after this practice. How do you feel after this playful practice? Last time, bend the knees. And last time, roll yourself to the side. Stay in the fetal curl for a moment before you pull yourself up to the seated position. I really hope you enjoyed this playful sequence. And remember, you can find similar ones in my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.